Alright guys, Raw Wrestler here, and this is going to be my NXT Takeover Respect predictions. A pay-per-view that hasn't been built up too well, if I'm honest. As, you know, Brooklyn was only on August 22nd, so it's really less than 2 months that this pay-per-view's had. So that's slightly annoying. But there is going to be an incredible match on this card. We know there is. However, I don't think the rest of the card's going to be particularly great, and I do think this might possibly be the weakest NXT show. I do think it's dependent a lot on how good the main event is. But let me just first talk about what I'm actually looking at the moment. EA Sports UFC on the PS4. I'm playing a lot of online at the moment. I have a pretty good record. I'm 15-10, and the satisfaction from knocking someone out online or winning by submission or even by decision, get that tense decision, unanimous, a split decision victory. It's so awesome, it's so fulfilling. And actually I just did a fight as Rashad Evans where I was getting pummeled, absolutely pummeled by Alexander Gustafsson. And I decided, you know what, this guy's going to destroy me in striking. So I kept taking him down, giving him a strike, getting up, taking him down, giving him a strike. And I won on the judges' scorecards. I actually got a trophy as well. So that's awesome, it's so fulfilling to win. I'm 15-10. So I've got a good record, and I'm in a tournament at the moment where I'm in a championship where I'm 2-1. So I think I had my best winning streak's probably 4 matches. I had a good Conor McGregor match earlier where I destroyed another Conor McGregor actually. But I'm really enjoying the online play. It's a good game. I've enjoyed it. I'm going to get a lot of worth out of it because I'm going to enjoy playing the online. Back to NXT. Okay, so the first match on the card, Samoa Joe and Finn Balor versus the Mechanics, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, in the semi-final of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Classic. I would like the Mechanics to win, but I don't necessarily think they will, because I think a face needs to go into the final. I think Joe and Baron Corbin are the only face, of the Final Four, so they should definitely, of course, be in the final. Unfortunately, the thing that kind of annoys me is they're one of those teams that are just sort of put together, like Rhino and Baron Corbin, so I don't necessarily think they should win the tournament, but they could. So I do like the Mechanics. Their finisher, the Shatter Machine, is fantastic. It looks so cool. But unfortunately, I do think Samoa Joe and Finn Balor are going to get the win. But this should be a pretty entertaining matchup. I think you've got some cool styles there, and I do want to see the Mechanics really perform. And the Mechanics do have a tag victory over the Vaudevillains. They should be getting a tag title shot somewhere down the line. To be honest, I kind of thought this tournament would have the winner face the Vaudevillains. So my actual thought is, why don't you do a 3-team, 6-man match with the Vaudevillains, the winners of this tournament, and the Mechanics? How about that? That's something different, and it's actually something that we haven't seen in NXT before. So that's something I'd like. But in this matchup, I'm predicting Samoa Joe and Finn Balor will go on to the final. The other semi-final, Jason Jordan and Chad Gable versus Baron Corbin and Rhino. Baron Corbin and Rhino better not win. They better not to win. I would hate it if they won. I think Jordan and Gable have got so much momentum. The crowd are behind them. You know, we're all willing and Gable to get there. We know we want these guys to win. They have some good victories over guys like Neville in the tournament. I believe they beat the Hype Bros. So these are some game competition. I think that Jason Jordan and Chad Gable should be beating Rhino and Baron Corbin. But there is always that idea that maybe they could go Rhino and Corbin against Joe and Balor. But I hope not, because that's just the biggest stars. Whereas this is a tag tournament, I want the best tag teams. And Jason Jordan and Chad Gable are one of the best tag teams in NXT. And that's why I'm going to predict them in the final. So they will face, in my opinion, Samoa Joe and Finn Balor. And in that match, I think that Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, sorry, I've got something in my eye. Oh my god. Oh, that's better. I'm sorry, I'm predicting that Jason Jordan and Chad Gable are going to then beat Samoa Joe and Finn Balor. I think this should be a very entertaining matchup. I'm looking forward to the finals. Apollo Crews versus Tyler Breeze. Poor Tyler Breeze, man. Tyler Breeze hasn't won an NXT pay-per-view match since NXT Takeover, the first Takeover show back last year where he beat Sami Zayn. Wow, he's lost 2. He's lost so many matches. Seriously, Tyler Breeze, he lost to Liger, he lost to Hideo Itami, he's lost to Finn Balor, he's lost to, of course, Adrian Neville in that Fatal 4-Way. So, seriously, they need to... I think Tyler Breeze should win, but he's not going to. Apollo Crews is definitely going to get the win. Apollo Crews is very talented, I like him. But I do think Tyler Breeze shouldn't be losing so much. But, yeah, Apollo Crews is definitely going to win. Dana Brooke versus Asuka. I'm a little bit annoyed that Dana Brooke's her opponent. I would have put her against someone who isn't as talented or has as much potential, because I think Dana Brooke has a lot of potential to be the next Divas Women's Champion, you know, because I'd rather have her than Eva Marie, who isn't even on the card, thank God. But Dana Brooke against Asuka. Asuka is going to win. That's about all I can say. But I think, is it Kana or Kama? Kana, sorry. Kana's pretty good from what I've heard, so this should be entertaining. I like Dana Brooke, so... And the main event, 30 minutes. Bayley versus Sasha Banks for the NXT Women's Championship. This should be epic. This should be match of the year. This should be better than the Brooklyn match, even though I don't know if it can be. That match was pretty epic. This match should be amazing. The story should be there. The quality, the quick count, the false finishes. Sorry. This should be amazing, and I'm so looking forward to it. This pay-per-view, to me, it looks kind of flat, if I'm honest. The finals of the tournament looks kind of cool, even though the 4 teams that are in it really wouldn't have been the teams I would have had. The Mechanics and Jordan and Gable are fine, but I think Joe and Balor probably should have gone out to maybe Enzo and Cass, and I probably would have had Corbin and Rhino go out to Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, who are now basically jobbers, which is really annoying. And I would have had that as the final 4, because this is a tag team tournament. It really needs about the tag teams. But, obviously, more on that in my review when I discuss the matches. But, back to Bayley vs Sasha Banks. This should be amazing. I knew as soon as these women had that match, they're going to get a rematch. And they were going to be main eventing this show. The first women to ever main event a WWE pay-per-view, WWE to NXT. And the first ever female Iron Man match. I'm so pumped. Who's going to win? That's the only issue. I think this match is epic and incredible. But the only issue is that I think that Bayley is so obviously going to win. There is 0 chance of Sasha Banks winning. But besides that, this should be an incredible match. And Bayley is going to win. That is my predictions. They are my predictions, sorry, for NXT Takeover Respect. This has been Revolver Ocelot. Like, comment and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, guys.